My brain is beautiful. What does my brain look like? How do I remember things? How do I learn? How can I be an expert learner?
My brain is beautiful. Each part of my brain has a special job. My brain has different parts. The frontal lobe helps me make plans and solve problems. My prefrontal cortex is a part of the frontal lobe and is the last part of my brain to develop. That means that problem solving, paying attention to directions, controlling my emotions and behaviors can be really difficult. I need time to practice those things. The temporal lobe helps me understand language, make memories, and experience feelings. The parietal lobe helps me use my 5 senses. They are taste, touch, smell, hearing, and sight. The occipital lobe helps me process what I see, including color. Each part of my brain has a job, even the smallest parts. My amygdala and hippocampus work together to control my emotions and memory. These parts help me decide if a learning experience feels good or bad.
My brain is always changing.
Can you say neuroplasticity?
Memory makes learning possible.
Memory is how I store and remember information.
How does my memory work?
First, my brain uses all 5 of my senses to get information. This information stays in my sensory memory for less than 1 second. The information I pay attention to moves to short-term and working memory. There are lots of things I don't pay attention to, and that's okay. My brain doesn't save that information. My brain uses the things that I already know to help new information make sense.
I know this is a flower. These are flowers too.
I might not know what kind of flowers they are,
But I know they aren't trees.
The things I already know are very important. My brain organizes and uses new information by comparing it to the things I already know. I can help my brain move new information to my long-term memory storage by using that information.
I can think about it what I know. I can practice what I have learned. I can share information with my friends.
I use my whole brain to learn. I need to use information in order to keep it. Playing is one way I do this. Why understand the human learning process? How can it help me?
I can be an expert learner.
My parents and teachers can help. There are 3 universal design for learning networks. Each network answers a question about how I learn. This is the recognition network. It includes the temporal lobe and the occipital lobe. The recognition network determines what I learn. This network is how I gather and organize information. I want my parents and teachers to know that I learn with all 5 of my senses. My brain turns that information into knowledge, and they can share information with me in many different ways. This is the strategic network. This network is how I organize and share my ideas. It holds my prefrontal cortex. My parents and teachers can help me be an expert learner by letting me share my knowledge in many different ways. I can make goals and plans to help me use new information, and they can let me use what I know. Playing is one way that I share my knowledge and practice what I have learned. The affective network, the home of my amygdala and hippocampus, answers why I learn. This network is how I get excited about or interested in something. I want my parents and teachers to know that learning is emotional. I learn best when the information means something to me, and I need choices, safety, and time to think about my learning.
Sometimes learning can feel scary.
But I can remind myself that my brain is really good at learning.
My brain is beautiful.